Everybody knows what anxiety feels like. Your first date, you get those butterflies in your stomach, or when you're taking a test, you notice that your heartbeat is beating a little faster. Oh, and you wonder why you're sweating. You go to the doctor and your blood pressure is a little higher for you, and you're like, why is my body acting this way? Well, if worries and fears are preventing you from living your life the way you'd like to, you may be suffering from an anxiety disorder. The good news is there are many anxiety treatments that can help you reduce your anxiety symptoms and take back control of your life. I'm going to talk about understanding anxiety disorders. What is normal anxiety and what isn't, knowing the causes and risk factors of anxiety. What are the signs and symptoms of anxiety disorders? Because the anxiety disorders are a group of related conditions rather than one single disorder, it varies from person to person. When should a person seek professional help for their anxiety? If your worries and fears have become so great that they're causing extreme distress or you can't even function your normal daily routine, it's very important that you seek professional help. It's normal to feel tense or worried or even scared at times, like when you're taking a test or giving a speech. Anxiety is described in my psychology book titled Invitation to Psychology as the body's natural response to danger, an automatic alarm that goes off when we feel threatened. And in the text, a Canadian physician, Hans Seeley, calls this a general adaptation syndrome. Although it may be unpleasant, anxiety isn't always a bad thing. Anxiety can help us stay alert, get up and go, and get stuff done, solve problems. But when anxiety is constant or overwhelming, when it interferes with your relationships and activities, that's when you've crossed from normal anxiety into the country of anxiety disorders. According to yahoohealth.org, there are several causes and risk factors that can cause anxiety. Certain drugs, both recreational and medicinal, can lead to symptoms of anxiety to either the side effects or withdrawals from these drugs. Such drugs include ADHD medications, alcohol, caffeine, cold remedies, diet pills, nicotine, and even some tricyclic antidepressants. A poor diet can also contribute to stress or anxiety. In very rare cases, a tumor of the adrenal gland, pheochromocytoma, may cause the anxiety. So now that we have basic understanding of what anxiety disorders are and the causes and risk factors of anxiety, let's look at the signs and symptoms of anxiety disorders. As described on yahoohealth.org, the fact that anxiety disorders are a group of related conditions rather than one single disorder, they can look very different from person to person. One individual may suffer from intense anxiety attacks that strike without warning, while another gets panicky at the thought of mingling at a party. But despite their different forms, all anxiety disorders share one major symptom: persistent or severe fear or worry in situations that normally you would not feel threatened in. In addition to the primary symptoms of irrational excessive fear and worry, this website listed other common emotional symptoms of anxiety. Feelings of apprehension, anticipating the worst, restlessness, feeling like your mind's gone blank, just to name a few. Anxiety is more than just a feeling. As a product of the body's fight or flight response, anxiety involves a wide range of physical symptoms. Because of the numerous physical symptoms, many people think they have a medical illness instead of anxiety problem. Such physical symptoms, according to yahoohealth.org, pounding heart, sweating, stomach upset, headaches, shortness of breath, fatigue, or insomnia. Many people with anxiety disorders also suffer from depression. At some point, anxiety and depression are believed to stem from the same biological vulnerability, which may explain why they so often go hand in hand. Not everyone who worries a lot has an anxiety disorder. You may just be anxious because of an overly demanding schedule. You may just be needing to get the pressure off of you. Talk to someone you know that you can confide in. That will also alleviate some of the stress and anxiety off of you. Delegate your chores, moms. Come on. Dads, help pitch in and help. Just talk about it. The National Institute of Mental Health's website listed a group of questions to ask yourself. Do you make time for yourself each and every day for relaxation and fun? Are you getting enough emotional support? Are you taking care of your body? Are you overloaded with responsibilities? Do you ask for help when you need it? If your stress levels are through the roof, think about how you can bring your life into balance. Don't forget, ask for help. If you're experiencing a lot of physical anxiety symptoms, go to your doctor, have him do a checkup. If he finds no medical basis for your anxiety, your next steps go to a therapist, and find one, research, find one that knows what they're doing, that specializes in anxiety disorders. How you can find a therapist like this is call your doctor, get a referral from him or your nurse, call the local college psychology department, they can help. Or even call the confidential National Alliance on Mental Illness Information helpline at 1-800-950-NAMI. You will now have an understanding of anxiety disorders, knowing what is normal anxiety and what isn't, knowing the causes and risk factors of anxiety, what the signs and symptoms of anxiety disorders are, and when a person should seek professional help. It's beneficial to know and understand these things about anxiety attacks, so if you or somebody you love are suffering, you can pick up on these signs and get them help. Put them in the right direction. Anxiety disorders respond very well to treatment and very quickly. So why put yourself or someone you love through even more worry, torture, or fear? Don't be afraid. Get help.